I first met Janeese in 2000 when we first started at Alice Steele Junior High School. From that time on, she's been completely and always civically engaged. She was our first homeroom president, she was 7th grade president, 8th grade president, president of the whole junior high school. She continued to be very student government minded, from being the youth mayor through DC Youth in Government to our school's president.
In 2016, when I was, my dad got sick and I ended up having to take unpaid leave to care for my dad. I don't regret at all. Like, I was just like, this is more important. And I ended up losing my father in that spring. So in 2016, when the fight for paid family leave came up, I wanted my representative to vote for paid family leave. And I remember telling my story, and ultimately paid family leave passed, thank you JUFJ, but my person voted against it. And so I just got to a point where I'm like, you know what, I'm so tired of going to tell my story and expecting people to empathize and understand what it's like for working families in the district. I'm going to run for office to be the voice of working families here in the District of Columbia.
I met Councilmember Lewis George for dinner one night. I think JUFJ Campaign Fund was looking to see who would be interested candidates for the 2020 election. We talked for hours, and it was so abundantly clear that every issue we talked about, everything going on in the city, was such a deeply personal connection to her.
I remember JUFJ from the paid family leave fight, and I said, I don't know who these people are, but I want to be with them the whole time. JUFJ really is always about envisioning a better world for all of us.
It's been incredible to have a council member that is not just great to collaborate with, but is so invested in the values that we have at JUFJ. Councilmember Lewis George particularly was really clear from day one that we needed to go all out in support of the rights of DC residents for both home rule and ultimately statehood.
It's like a very unique thing to do, to have your elected council member like out in the streets on a consistent basis, just knocking on doors. But I know that she feels like it is good for her as a council member, and also for her constituents, to have that opportunity to make that connection without having to leave their house or seek her out and have to go through the mazes of bureaucracy.
I think everybody knows the famous Heschel quote of marching in Selma and, you know, your feet doing the praying by taking action. And I really think that is something that the council member embodies. It's about being in the community for her, and it's only when she's in the community that she's able to legislate and to be an effective champion and advocate for the people's lives that she's trying to improve.
She really did every single thing that she said she was going to do. From a very young age. So it's just really inspiring that she's had the tenacity and vision to really keep going, even when it gets hard.
I'm deeply honored to receive the Heschel Vision Award in this fight of trying to make this city a more equitable place. It's just an honor to be recognized in that light and to know that I am not alone. And I always know that I am also in this fight with JUFJ.